about that. Let's talk about anxious attachment dating. Well, I'll say that. That's why I put it as well. But guys.
Yeah. Leaving home at such a young age did break my heart. Just felt like abandonment. And I believe that the love is out there. It's just now's my time and I'm going to get it.
I was in a foster home as well.
Okay.
Up until the age of like 10 or 11. So my parents.
Yeah, they obviously bonded on the fact that they both came from, well, she was in a foster home for a little while, he was in a group home. And it was around about,
hopefully not another trauma bond, but that's something they can both relate to, unfortunately, that experience. So as I said, with him having a child already, she has a child. Seems like Hussein could be more of a match for her. And she seemed very vulnerable, as was he. So yeah, I don't think it's an ideal situation, where you're relying on each other to fill the void, like we've discussed already tonight. That's not necessarily a good situation, but at the same time, they do have commonality. So I definitely agree with Sean as well. Like, if she's got a partner coming home from doing some time in the big house, that's something that any connection would have to worry about, because that will be a hurdle to overcome. So Hussein has to obviously weigh up whether his connection with Rose is strong enough to proceed, and don't use the fact that they're from a similar place in terms of that abandonment as a focal point of their relationship.
You know what? I'm sorry, JR. Were you done? I didn't want to cut you off,
Yeah,
man.
no, I'm done, bro.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, so I look at this situation the same way I look at Cisco and Tay. I think there are key needs that a person has to have and develop strong when it comes to sustaining a relationship. And I think the type of love that Sane is looking for, the type of love that Rose is looking for, I don't think unless you're self-aware, self-assured, that you know what kind of love you're looking for, and when you see it, you can identify it, then that's fine. But I think with these two, they're saying to me that they don't know what that is. And it's the same thing with Cisco and Tay. If you don't know what something is or how something looks, you want to spend most of the relationship trying to find out what that is instead of actually diving into the relationship, enjoying each other's time, activities, trips, and all dates and all of that. So it becomes more work than a situation of enjoyment. So to me, I think that this relationship wouldn't work because of that. Unless, like I said, Hussein knows himself and knows what kind of woman it takes for him to fill that void or that type of love. Because it is possible, but you just have to know what that is. If you're still figuring it out, that's what makes it hard to do. So the two of them, it sounds cool. It sounds like they want to make something work. It's just because they have that particular thing in common. Um, Hussein, to me, I gotta be honest with you, he seems a bit boring, on the boring side. And women need excitement. Majority of women, at least the ones I know, need some level of excitement when dating, when having conversations. All of his conversations to me just seem pretty stale. And that's just me on the outside looking in. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that it'll sustain for her either in that regard, because Rose does seem like someone who likes someone who kind of steps out, have some fun, take some chances, some risk in certain areas. Hossein just doesn't give that vibe to me. I could be wrong, but it's just the initial vibe that he's giving me when it comes to that. So all in all, I just don't think it's a good fit. It's just not a good fit.
who's next?
Well, I think she liked him, She definitely seemed to have a better, interaction with Hussein. They seem to be more aligned, and they seem to be definitely on the same page about children and things like that and adoption. So I did like that. I mean, I'm not sure why she kept needing to tell both of them, we gonna try the natural way first, though. We gonna give it a try. I mean, I'm not sure why she kept feeling the need to put that out there. But you know, listen, it's a very transparent conversation she was having. So kudos to her for, you know, really leading with that and kind of talking about some of the challenges that she has, because it's real, and it you know, it's stuff that people can relate to. So I do think you know, that was good, but I really, I started to see a different side of Rose, and now it's making sense to me when she said that every single one of her relationships, she you know, there was some infidelity there, and I'm starting to understand a little bit of that, why. You know, some of her background, probably her judgment, relationships she's accepted, you know, and things like that. So, you know, hey, I wish her well. I hope she starts to unpack some of these things as she goes on this love journey. But I think there's some opportunities for her, because even if you don't like somebody, it's nothing wrong with having a conversation, nothing wrong with being open. And just the same way that she was with Hussein, you know, she could have done that with Fritz too.
Any other thoughts, guys? Ladies, any other thoughts? If not, I think we'll leave it there. No?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I do want to
Okay,
say
go
this.
ahead.
This is a little bit outside the point. I just want to acknowledge that that a few of the guys, I think it was Eddie, I think Hussein, and I think it was one more guy. I can remember. Naeem. Those three gentlemen, when they came on their date, they actually brought a gift or they brought something for the young lady that they were going on a date with. I think that's a nice touch. They brought roses, brought a book, a journal, and other of them, I think, brought flowers as well. I think that's a nice touch. As a man, when you're interacting with someone you're interested in, you go into their house, you're going on a date. It's just a nice gesture to bring something that says, "Hey, I thought about you." So I just want to speak on that real quick because it did happen between Rose and Hussein.